Hollywood has lost one of its groundbreaking directors. John Singleton passed away today after being taken off life support. He had been in a coma since suffering a massive stroke last month. Tonight, KCAL's Cruz is live in Hollywood with more on Singleton's unique contribution to film. Crystal?
Hi, Susie. Yeah, right behind me is John Singleton's star. It has a prime location right in front of TCL Chinese Theater. And tonight, USC students and celebrities are remembering his legendary work.
We got a problem here?
Boys in the Hood put director John Singleton on Hollywood's map in the 90s. Singleton was in his 20s attending USC Cinema School when he wrote the iconic film. USC Cinema student Vincent Powell.
I grew up in Houston, Texas, and had always had an affinity for film. And the one graduate school I wanted to come to after undergrad was the University of Southern California. And it was because it was where John Singleton went.
Powell is remembering the 51-year-old producer-director who was taken off life support by his family on Monday in LA and died. Singleton spent 12 days in a coma after a stroke.
The fact that he always would come back, he'd always stop for photos or for conversations. And I had the opportunity to meet him a few times and be able to put his hand on my shoulder and just say, hey, it's going to come when it does. You know, for me, it came at this point. For you, it'll come at that point.
Actor Ice Cube reminded the world Monday that he was discovered by Singleton and starred in Boys in the Hood, writing on social media, "He not only made me a movie star, but made me a filmmaker. There are no words to express how sad I am to lose my brother, friend, and mentor. He loved to bring the Black experience to the world." Singleton said Boys in the Hood was based on his experience growing up in South LA. Hollywood Reporter executive editor Stephen Galloway.
You know, it's impossible to overstate how important Boys in the Hood was. It was the first Black-themed, Black-centric, Black-cast, Black-directed and written studio film from Columbia Pictures.
At 24, Singleton became the first African-American and youngest nominee for the Academy Award for Best Director for his film. He also worked with top talent like Janet Jackson and rapper Tupac in Poetic Justice.
I think one of his great regrets at the end was that he never got to make his Tupac biography. And it would have been fascinating because he knew Tupac, because he cast a movie when Tupac was 20 years old. It would have been great to see the movie that John Singleton would have made of him.
Singleton was married once, divorced once, and has 7 children he leaves behind. I'm Crystal Cruz, live in Hollywood tonight. Back to you in the studio.